One suitcase, one good shirt, and a pocket full of mail. I learned to read the weather by the bend in the corn. Then I traded that river road for a train and a dawn. Taller buildings, harder eyes, cold cash, cold skies. I held my breath, I held my ground. Then I heard that city sound. Boots in New York, heart still small town. I bet on my name and I never back down. From dirt roads to gold floors, I found my way. Boots in New York, I'm still that boy today. Ticker runs red. Learn the game by the minute with a pad and a thread. From soybean fields to big deals, I can read a room. Every rise, every fall feels like thunder in June. Taller buildings, harder eyes, cold cash, cold skies. I held my breath, I held my ground. Then I heard that city sound. Boots in New York, heart still small town. I bet on my name and I never back down. From dirt roads to gold floors, I found my way. Boots in New York, I'm still that boy today. Back home they still call me son, still say don't forget where the fields meet the sunset and the nights get wet. So I keep one foot in the past, one on the floor. Every win I bring back is for the folks I'm for. Boots in New York, heart still small town. I bet on my name and I never back down. From dirt roads to gold floors, I found my way. Boots in New York, I'm still that boy today. Yeah, I'm still that boy today. From the dirt road to the train. Boots in New York. Hey.
The screen's glowing, it's 3 a.m. Tides are moving, I'm chasing them. Candle whispers, they speak in flames. Risk is the devil, but I play his game. Quick moves, no time to cry. It's scab or die, it's scab or die. Scab or die. I'm living on the edge. Every tick, every breath I hit. Scab or die, the thrills my high. Win or lose, I kiss the sky. Green and red, they're my only friends. 1 minute charted, never pretends. Pull the trigger, my heart beats fast. Every second, the future's the past. One shot, don't ask me why it's them. Candle whispers, they speak in flames. Risk is the devil, but I play his game. Quick moves, no time to cry. It's sky or die. It's sky or die. Sky or die. I'm living on the edge. Every tick, every breath I hit. Sky or die. The thrills my high. Win or lose, I kiss the sky. Green and red, they're my only friends. 1 minute charted, never pretend. Pull the trigger, my heart beats fast. Every second, the future's the past. One shot, don't ask me why. It's scalp or die. It's scalp or die. Oh, scalp or die. I'm living on the edge. Every tick, every breath I hitch. Scalp or die. The thrills my high. Win or lose, I kiss the
Screen still glows. A kettle cold, but my hand still goes. I'm off that range with a coffee stain. Clean mind, sharp eyes in the moonlight train. Order stacked like cards in the deck. I wait my turn, I don't blink yet. One clean setup, that's the code I live. Half asleep, but I got more to give. Hear that tick, hear that pulse. Feel that pull in my bones. I came this far for the long game. I won't leave it alone. London calling, London calling. I'm up for the open. London calling, London calling. I want that moment. Trey clean, Trey smart. London calling, London calling. I came to earn it. Dark outside, but my plan stays lit. No lucky break, I size up grit. Read that candle, read that spread. Take the compact, keep my head. I lost before, I learned that sting. Now I cut my fear on a tighter string. Every dawn is a test I choose. If I want the crown, I pay my dues. Hear that tick, hear that pulse. Feel that pull in my bones. I came this far for the long game. I won't leave it alone. London calling, London calling. I'm up for the open. London calling, London calling. I want that moment. Trey clean, Trey smart. London calling, London calling. I came to earn it. The kettle cold, but my hand still goes. I mark that range with a coffee stain. Clean mind, sharp eyes in the moonlight train. Order stacked like cards in the deck. I wait my turn, I don't blink yet. One clean setup, that's the code I live. Half asleep, but I got more to give. Hear that tick, hear that pulse. Feel that pull in my bones. I came this far for the long game. I won't leave it alone.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Friday Trade. We have a little bit of a shortened session today because I'm going to be trading at Prop Firm Matches live stream, which I actually got to go find it. I have the link for them, but let me actually go find when they're match live stream. I want to give you guys the link. Here it is. This is their YouTube channel, right? So this is their lives with Zach. Oh, here it is. So this is going to be. Share. Share. Link. Okay, I'm putting the link into our link. So 9:30, I'm going to go over there. I'm going to trade with Zach today. So just let you guys know, we're going to trade probably to about 9 o'clock today, and then we're going to go trade with Zach and drive him crazy. Good morning, Peter. Good morning, everybody. You love that music, London Calling? Yes, that's the name of the song. I'm going to make some more new songs because I feel like we need an additional repertoire today for all of our songs. So let me tell you what we're doing today. We're going to do lots of active trades, lots of account rotation. We're going to try and take $40 trades on all the stuff that we're doing, and so far I hit like 3 winners, and this one looks like it's gonna go against me. And I'm trading, so I'm gonna be trading wealth charts today with you guys, but we're gonna use TradingView as kind of an enhanced support for some of the scalps that we're doing. And then also around 7:30, we're gonna review my trades for the week on my funded accounts to kind of see where we're at as far as our statistical targets, and I think you'll find that very interesting. But as far as just technical structures, here's what we're doing. I am trading the Jazz setup and the triangle setup as much as possible. So the Jazz setup, as many of you know, is basically flash down, triangle up. So we have massive downward momentum. If it's reversed by a triangle, we go long. Now, the modification that I made in this particular structure, and in this case, with this setup, you have to give yourself sometimes 1 or 2 or 3 chances for reversals, because the first reversal doesn't really necessarily go. However, and this is the cool part, when the reversal happens, we're going to go for much bigger numbers. Like right now, I'm going for a second chance of this reversal. And I'm going to go for much bigger numbers than 5s. I'm going to try and go for the full candle of this reversal. What I try and do in terms of my structure is the following: to kind of modify the Jazz setup. You have the candle length itself, which is, let's say, around 9 or 10 points. It serves as my general stop from the bottom of the entry. So if this is our trigger candle. The bottom of this entry is 57. So I want to be at around 47 as my stop, which is pretty much where I'm at. You have to give yourself, anytime you're doing the Jazz setup, this buffer zone, because it's going to test. It's going to test your stops before it begins to start turning around. Now, in this particular case, I'm kind of cowboying this a little bit, because what happened is I have the signal, I have the green triangle, and that failed. So I have a secondary signal, and the really, the proper way to wait for this is to get a secondary green triangle to look for an exhaustion move, a secondary exhaustion move. But I'm sort of front running that idea and basically saying, hey, I don't think there's going to be a secondary exhaustion move in this leg. And if there isn't, this thing is going to turn. And if it is going to turn, I want to be part of it. But one of the reasons why I'm sort of taking this trade is because, as you see, after the initial flash lightning downward movement, we haven't made fresh lows. The box stays in place. Let me get this bigger. You can actually see all of this in much bigger zone. So the box stays in place, and my vibe is, they haven't really been able to break the box. So I'm going to trade the turn, and the target would be actually to the top of this move right over here. The flash candle itself is the dominant risk control, take profit type of structure within this particular setup. And sometimes it can be like massive. Sometimes you can get 30, 40 points on a reversal on it. Sometimes you're going to just bleed down. So if you're in a sort of a bleed down continuity down market, you're going to lose 2 or 3 attempts before the big turn attempt happens. But I'm using, first of all, we're trading on my well charts today. I'm trading all eval accounts, in this aggressive mode. And the reason why I'm doing this is because, yes, you're probably going to burn a couple of accounts. First of all, you're never going to burn any accounts on any single trade by doing trade rotation. You may burn 1 or 2 accounts, but your job is to get the account funded in 30 days. So if you're hitting, $50, $100 wins, you have a very, very strong chance of getting an account funded in like a week at this type of pace. And if you're doing tiny little trades like we do for funded accounts, you're running against the clock. So when you're doing eval accounts, you just get much more aggressive and you rotate. And furthermore, I'm actually also playing around with this idea of like, well, if this works, let's imagine I have like 10 eval accounts. I burn 3, but I fund 7. And you take that model to the funded accounts. Okay, I have 10 funded accounts. I burn 3, but I pay out 7. It's a very, very attractive thing. I actually missed my trade over here. So I'm yapping. I should have taken this trade. This was like a $50, $60 win for us. Let's see if it pops back up for us. But you get the idea. We're going to be trading, the turn on the Jazz, and if we get any kind of scalps, if we get the triangle scalps, we'll trade those. Right now, the last triangle scalp we had was here. This is the setup that I took to the downside in the other account. Let's see if this kind of can rotate itself out. I'm hoping we can turn, maybe even move all the way to the ICT sell block. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. You know what? I'm gonna pin the. I'm pinning the. Oh, here we go. Let me take this out. Come on, flat out. All right, that was good. So that was nice. I forgot what that was. How much of a pop that was? But what was that? That was 62, 70, 80, or 40. Yeah, it was about a $100 trade on this. Now we're just rotate. The whole idea with this approach, I kind of really like it, is that you rotate, win or lose. Just mentally rotate every account. Speaking of, by the way, of rotating accounts, so you guys know that Apex is running this ridiculous offer right now, which I got to take you to. I got to show this to you because it is. So where's the legacy stuff? Where is their legacy stuff? Wait, where's the legacy stuff? Yeah, here's the legacy stuff. They brought the legacy accounts back. Are they? Wait a minute. Seriously? Wait, did I miss this? Oh, No, this is the regular ones, right? This is the regular pack is really really good. The $50,000 account, which is the one that you want to be buying, is 95. Just you buy 5 of them, you rotate through them, you fund 2 or 3 of them. It's like the absolutely the right path. But I was excited. Right? For a second, I got excited. I thought they were offering legacies and packs, but it doesn't matter. Even if they don't offer them in packs, it's still they're cheap. Like you buy, 3 or 4 legacies, and you run them all the way through. The greatest thing in the legacy, by the way, in the legacy accounts, the greatest thing about the legacy accounts is that the drawdown on the 25s is a 1-to-1 with 4 micros. By the way, geez, I totally forgot. That they give you. Oh my God, I forgot that they give you huge leverage on legacy. That's massive. So you could go you can do one and done on legacies all day long. These are absolutely perfect for one and done trades, which we're going to try and do next week. Not even during like event stuff, but just positional stuff. And one and done means you're going to take one trade with a certain structure and literally fund the account in one trade. And with the 15,000 drawdown, 1,500 target, this is like the perfect 1-to-1 ratio. Even this one is very good because you have 2,500 versus 3,000 versus the new ones where it's tighter. It's 1,000 and 2,000. So much, much better accounts. But anyways, go out there, get some Apexes right now. You have to log in for legacy. No, you could if you log in. No, yeah. Once you log in, you can choose legacy buying. Yeah. Okay. Anyways, we have like about a week to fully enjoy the legacies. So harvest as many of them as possible because they're going to be much easier to get funded. And more importantly, once they're live, there's like all sorts of really cool rules there. There's no minimum days. I think there is. I forgot. Just much looser rules in funding on the legacies. So I'm like shocked they brought it back, but it's awesome. Let's take advantage of it. Anyways, for now, I think I have a batch of new and legacies in here. No, I take it back. These are all news. I'm gonna buy some legacies for well trucks. Oh, here's a set that I absolutely love. Z up, Z down. We're definitely gonna go long this one. The reversal trade here. Z up, Z down. This is kind of an off the menu trade, but I always want to trade this. Always want to trade this with the stop underneath here behind. What you see here in this particular setup is massive move up, massive move down. Generally, that means it's good for continuity in this way. So they try to bring it down, they reversed it back up. The reversers, the buyers in this case, or the reversers, have the dominant trade, and we're going to try and take them. Boom, boom, boom. Come on. I'm flatten out a little bit because I got a bad execution on this one, so I didn't get the full target. But anyways, that was good. That's another winning trade. This is, like I said, this is an off the menu trade. It doesn't show up a lot, but when it does, one candle reversed by the other, almost always money in the direction of the most recent reversal. So that was good. Let's go now to. I got it with 60. Was I at 66? Oh wow, geez, I don't have. Is this all I have? I just have. How many of these accounts do I have? I guess I have 5. All right, so we're just going to rotate through all of these. I'll just rotate one at a time. That's good. If we're doing, here's the thing about the rotation, by the way, that's really, really cool. Your Zoom, what does that mean? There are no setups for Jazz. This is just a regular setup. Jazz trade is Jesus, I'm losing my mind. Momentum candle, which is the Z candle, up. Momentum candle up, triangle red. Momentum candle down, triangle green. It's basically a reversal trade. It's a combination. Once you have the combo right over here of these two things, like over here, let me go to my This was a jazz trade that failed, right? Combo up, this failed to the downside. This is a jazz trade that is in play right now, like right now. Just watch, just watch the jazz settings. The settings themselves on TradingView on wealth charts are absolutely normal. If you go into TradingView, all you want to do is just choose the jazz trade. Just choose it. It's preset for you. Where am I? You know what? I can't do this. I want to trade. I want to trade. Here's a new rule, guys. Any kind of questions regarding the setup and everything else, when we open up our Discord, which is going to be beginning of August, that's where you're going to ask them, because I really want to focus on trading, and I get really distracted when people start asking me questions on how do I do this, how do I do that. I'm trading right now, not doing customer support. So let's focus on trading. Just learn what I'm doing, and you'll figure it out. I'm also putting together a full BK Dots landing page that explains everything step by step, including all the settings. And actually, that's going to be the best tool for you guys, and that will be published by Monday. So that's probably going to be the best source of truth for you guys on all of that stuff. Anyways, here's the jazz trade, up followed by candle down. Now this for the jazz trade, you really need to give yourself room here. As I said, jazz trade is a different trade than pure scalp trade, because you need to give yourself that room of this candle. This is the last burst candle. The way I kind of gauge it is, let's say this is a $10 candle. This is the top of my red triangle. I want to be $10 away from the top, so 77 to about 87, in order to give myself room for the jazz trade to work. And again, a lot of times it's not going to work. So you have to assume this is going to be much lower probability trade than the scalp trade. But when it does, when the turn happens, the turn could be like, this many points to the downside. So when you go, like, when we're doing constant account rotation, that's what I was going to say to you, and we're trying to take as many trades as possible, we're going to be doing 5 to maybe even 8 trades an hour, which means we're rotating through. Let's say we have 5 accounts we're rotating through all of them every hour. That's what creates frequency. That's hopefully creates the proper leverage P&L. Looks like this jazz is not working. It looks like it's a reversal of a reversal, right? So where are we? Boom. I'm going to flatten out. This is a reversal of a reversal. Boom. This went Z up, Z down. So let's see if this has some continuity, or maybe I'm in total chop. Anyways, I'm going to be underneath here. And if I get double chopped, then I just simply move on. That's fine. But I'm betting on the fact that there's upward continuity from this reversal to that the buyers still have control over the trade. All right, cool. We'll take this. Nice. So that trade reversed properly to the other side. Rotate out. Let's rotate out. 62. So this whole rotation thing. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Oh, so again, that's a great question, Rush. You can see over here in my thing. Remember, I'm trading evals, right? Again, today we're just trading evals. I'm trading 50,000 evals. Let's kind of contextualize everything. I'm trading 50,000 evals, 2,000 drawdown, 3,000 target, right? and I'm going to do lots and lots of trades. When I'm trading funded, I'm basically trading 1-2 micros. Usually, 2 micros for a 5 target, one micro for a 10 target. So very, very small. I'm trading basically $20 trades, right? $20 target trades, because that's what keeps my drawdown very, very steady. Remember, when you're trading the funded game, right? You're trading the funded game. The funded game is all about treading water, right? If you tread water, the natural kind of flow of the market, the natural upward flow of the market, will usually just kind of take you to target. What I mean by that is, if you can keep your losses very, very small, the kind of high frequency trading, the kind of high accuracy trading that we're doing, 75, 85% win rates, will gently take you to target. But it takes a while, maybe 60 days, maybe even 70 days at that kind of pace. But we're basically letting statistics work our way to target, right? And also by doing that, we absolutely comply with every single law, all of their rules. We generally do really, we have literally zero violation doing this thing. But when I'm doing evals, I have a 30-day gun on my head, right? When I'm trading apexes, there's a 30-day timeout. Or when you're trading funded, you can go 180 days, which is like, a lifetime, 6 months, right? So because what I'm trying to, usually what we do with evals is we do one and done. Just take one big trade, fund, go to fund it, which works great, and it's really a lot of fun. But what I'm trying to do in this cycle of evals is to take the evals in kind of an aggressive but possibly funded path. So what I'm doing here is 4. I'm doing 4. My base starting point is 4. I'm basically trying to make $40 trades, $40 to $80 trades per trade, right? And the idea is that if you can kind of do 200, 300 per account, you are 10 days to remember, you need to make 3,000. If you do 300 per account, you're 10 days to target. You have 30 days to trade. So that's sort of the the structure of what I'm trying to do. But the thing that I'm also trying to experiment with, maybe if this works, because I'm still trading pretty high probability setups with relatively reasonable leverage, maybe this could be a model for a whole batch of funded accounts. In other words, maybe I could take my funded accounts much faster to pay out, fully knowing that I may sacrifice a few of, like if you had a choice of winning all 10 but taking 3 months to get paid out, versus a choice of losing 3 but only taking 1 month to get paid out, you probably would take the second choice, because you want to the payout themselves is asymmetrically better than the cost of the just to give you an idea, the minimum payout is 500, the maximum cost is 100, right? So just the asymmetry of that structure means that you want to go for as many payouts as possible. So anyways, it's a long conversation, but you got me on the topic. That's kind of what I'm thinking about in terms of structure. But right now, for what we're doing now, what I'm doing right now on these eval structures is about 4. That's what I'm doing on that, and just watching the accounts. So yes, there is a that's actually a great question, Boogie. I'm embedding videos into the landing page as well. Yeah, I'm just working on the style of it, because I don't quite love it. It's really well organized, but I don't like the look of it. It's endless trying to tweak these fucking things into production. So that's why I want to take the weekend to really, really mark it up. But it's it's all schematized. It needs a couple of more. It needs the jazz and the triangle setups to be fully explained. But yes, you will have. It will be an amazing thing. It'll be like a library of questions. And Tim was asking me, how do you do setups and how do you do that? It's going to literally take every single setup that you want and show you how you set those sequences up in TradingView and in I guess in Wealth Charts. It will do that for the structure. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to do a configuration video how do you configure this? How do you configure that? How do you configure this? And just the one video for configurations. So you could, or maybe even like a tiny little, like a 30-second video per each configuration, because I think that's what people really want. You just want this short video to explain one single function for you. And this way you'll have it always on recall. So yeah, that's, this is our, we're really putting a big push, because starting April, we're going to have a much better customer experience for everybody with Discord, with full support, with like really, really good, everything centralized, a whole bunch of tool sets. I just took down PropTraderEdge in addition to BK Trader Tools. So we're going to have 2 support websites for all the tools that you guys can access. So it's just going to be a really cool experience. Yeah. Are you on TradingView, or are you on Well Charts? Like, first, I mean, Lightning Bolt should be figuring. I'd like the first question to ask is: are you using the same product? If you are, then there should be no difference, unless you are on a different time frame. I'm on a 1-minute time frame. The only reason you wouldn't have a Lightning Bolt is because you're in a different time frame. See this. Let's look at here we go. Oops, sorry. Jazz mode. Okay, let's take jazz mode. Oh, I know why. You probably have jazz mode clicked, right? I know why, because in TradingView, if you have jazz mode clicked, it's always going to. I understand what's happening to you. To follow me properly on just jazz mode in this thing, I'm actually going to have to probably redo this thing, because as good as it is on TradingView, it's confusing. It doesn't print the lightning bolt until after the candle does. It's like I think I made it a little too smart. I think 1.2 version is going to go back to the dumb version. What you really want, let me show you what you want if you want to follow me completely. Unclick jazz mode. Unclick jazz mode. If you want to follow me completely. Yeah, I know what you're saying, Tim. That makes sense. Okay, unclick this, right? Just do big body boxes, big body markers, and just leave it as is. So what else am I doing over here? Let's mimic my stuff. I think everything is up. This is, we're just going to leave it raw. This is like raw, and then you will have the exact same thing as mine on Well Charts. All right. So the other thing that I kind of want to do, this is a little nuanced version on the jazz stuff. And Tim, actually, thanks for pointing that out to me. The whole jazz structure on TradingView, I think, is going to have to be scrapped the way it's done. The triangle setup is super crisp and clear. Like on TradingView, the triangle setup is just money. It gives you really great signals. The jazz, I'm going to have to rethink about this. I might have to go to the raw mode. But what I was going to say is, here's my version of jazz. I know if Jazz is in the room. Jazzy, in the room, my friend? Maybe it's probably Friday. It's late for him. So here's how I like to trade these things in the structure. Lightning bolt, green triangle, reversal signal. But here's where I think I have a better version than Jazz does. Because if you were to take this trade right now, you see this trade right now? It's a loser, right? You bought this. It's already starting to go towards your stop. What I realized where the jazz setup really works is, again, in our signal confirm structure. Like the most important part about our scalping structure is a two-step structure. It's a signal confirm structure. So the triangle becomes a signal, and the next candle or the candle after that becomes the confirm candle. So for the jazz setup to work, truly, here's what we want. We want lightning bolt, green triangle. This thing closes at 49. We need a candle to close 50 or better. Close 50 or better before we will jump into a jazz trade. you will notice that the successful jazz trades are always trades with a confirmed candle. In other words, there's a turn and that turn is confirmed. And if there isn't a turn, if it's kind of a fall back away, a retrace away from the signal, it usually becomes a dead trade. I want to, even if I'm kind of, let me sort of cheat. This is in this particular case, nothing really helped me because this was a close at 70. The next candle was underneath here. The next candle was 70. The next candle was 71, right? This is a candle that kind of faked me out. So here was a confirmed candle here that kind of broke down and faked me out. But then the next 70 close would have been here, right? 75. And if you had a stop under all the lows, you still had some continuity. Okay, so now we get a secondary green triangle, which is great because now we can use that as our most recent signal, and then a confirm on that as our most recent trade. Or if you want to be aggressive, you can say, hey, this green triangle is confirming the initial green triangle, so we're going to go long here. So maybe we'll do that. We'll get a little aggressive here and say the green triangle is confirming the first green triangle on the jazz turn trade. In order, remember, the green triangle needs to be a 50 close, right? And we're trading right now below. That has not confirmed it. Has not confirmed it, right? So again, no trade. The whole point being is when you're looking at price structure, you have explosions. So what did this close? This closed at 48. No. Let's wait. The sequence of structure that you're trying to capture is, explosion selling, stabilization, reversal buying. Reversal buying is the green triangle single, and then confirmation of reversal buying. And that's when we come in. That's the kind of 3-step process of price movement that we want to follow, right? It's like a musical movement, even though I'm tone deaf. Still not there. See, prices are like 47. By the way, tell me, guys, if you guys, who's in the room right now, raise your hands if you're trading wealth charts. If you're on the wealth charts, I want your genuine opinion on this. Let's see where we're at. Did this close 49? Still flat. Just not worth it. I really wanted to see some, because when you're trading the jazz turn, you're not trading for like a 5-point move. You really want to trade for a 10, 15-point move. You want to move back all the way up here. You're betting on the fact there's going to be a big swing up. And so far, we don't see the big swing up, right? That's what the jazz is basically, the big swing trades, and the scalps are the small trades. So Peter, my question to you is, on the little scalper applet here, don't you agree that Rob should have the last price quoted over here, so you don't have to go, your eye doesn't have to go traveling up and down to see where the prices are? Like, if you're going to be trading off the applet, wouldn't it be good to have the quotes over here, maybe even bid ask over here on the thing? Where did this close? This is at 49 still. Is that a yes? Give me a yes or no. Because I find that, I'm looking at, this is my execution applet, and I got to put my eye up to the quote bar all the time, and it's very awkward. I much rather see the quotes here. I know the prices I want to go in. I'm scalping for certain levels. I know the prices I want to go in. I don't want to be moving my eye up and down off the screen. Agreed? Fast action tool, the FAT tool, FAT. Okay, it looks like this is 8-9 seconds left. If we're holding this level, yeah, it looks like we're going to go buying. Oh, it really ran away from us. That's fine. Now we're going to try and trade this for bigger structures than this. We're going to try and trade this all the way up here to the end of this thing. We're going to make the bet. And, you know, unfortunately, sometimes the thing runs away from you, right? And I may, in a few examples, I may just simply add a little bit to the position like I'm doing right now, and just kind of hold it over here to give myself a better blended price. This is just frustrating that the candle ran away, but I think we have a reasonable chance here now for the full turn in price, and we'll see how the tap dance goes. Good morning, everybody. Everybody rolling into the room. Welcome to London Trade. We're trading sort of bigger setup, more swing-like setups with less accuracy, but bigger bigger take profits on our swing jazz structure here. And what I'm proposing in terms of the modification of the setup is is this. What I'm proposing on the modification setup is this: that when we get the signal triangle, we wait until we get until the price closes above the signal triangle. We get the confirm move. But in this case, actually, this is punishing me because the confirm move was the profit. Sometimes that happens. I still, even though this trade may not work for us, is still a much better structure in my opinion, because this is an unusual case where we have the confirm and then a failure. Generally, if we have the confirm, we should have the continuity happen. But it's choppy markets. Every one of these setups is never better than 75%, which means even if in the perfect conditions, you're going to be wrong a quarter of the time. So we get taken out, we rotate back out. We're going to go back to 63. So this goes back to my whole idea of rotating accounts. Yeah, it looks like it was sort of like choppy. Like we had the turn. This is interesting. We had the turn, but the market was so anemic that we just right here, this particular candle just couldn't extend because we're in a good structured market would have had the full turn to the upside. Now we're continue going to the downside. Let me see what the triangle mode is showing me. See, interestingly, triangle mode would have given you a quick profit here. So the jazz just did not execute. That's fine. So here's what I was going to say that's sort of interesting on the account rotation structure, which is in many ways much more important than whatever setup structure you're doing, because that's a money management structure. How many of you guys know Zara? Raise your hand if you've ever heard of Zara, the retailer. Trying to see if they want to push it down VWAP. It's sort of very choppy today. So I don't know if you guys know Zara's whole business model, its claim to fame, is what's called fast retail. And fast retail is basically the idea of like the whole store, just for argument's sake, the store has $10,000 worth of inventory, right? They flip the whole inventory of the store in 1 month. And then they replenish it again, and they replenish it again. And so they hold very little stock. They try to okay, watching this trade now. We're looking for the comp from here. I'm looking for this next. I'm not going to jump on this trade. I'm going to wait for the this closed 41. I want a 42 or better close before I'm going to jump in on this trade. If I don't get it, I'm not trading it. So $10,000 store inventory. They sell it all out. They bring in the next batch of clothes next month. The next batch of clothes next month. So they succeed because they flip their inventory, let's say 10 times a year. So if you think about that, you have a $10,000 inventory, then you sell another $10,000. You sell another 10. So you have the original $10,000, and you are flipping it every 1 month, right? So you've now generated $100,000 worth of business, just let's say on a 10-month basis, off of that $10,000 inventory. That's what's called inventory leverage. And there are two ways to get leverage in any transaction. One is to literally borrow the full amount. So you have $10,000, you borrow $90,000, and you have $100,000 worth of buying power. Or just watching this trade here, guys, because this is going to break we're looking for 41. If this thing closes 42 or better, we're going to go long. 27 seconds left. I have to be super patient. If this is going to be a turn, it's going to be a turn for more than one candle. I always have to tell myself that. If it's going to work, it's going to work for more than one candle. Don't rush it. If it's not going to work, it's going to fake you out like it just did right now, which is what it's doing. Let's see. I'm going to let this candle close, and then we'll make a trade. We'll see. And, okay, it closes out negative. So like I said, there's two ways to get leverage. There is just simply by borrowing, which is what everybody does. So, instead of doing 1 micro, you do 10 micros, right? Or you can do 1 micro 10 times. If you think about what we're doing when we're scalping, we're doing exactly what Zara is doing. We're flipping our trades in even a faster fashion than he does, because we're doing one every 10 minutes. We're flipping our whole trade up, and we're generating it by inventory turnover. But we're adding an extra interesting component to it by doing count rotation, which is like, not only are we flipping our inventory through very low access to leverage, but we're distributing it across 5 different accounts. So hopefully that all works for us. I'm going long now because that's pretty much going to confirm that the green candle is there. Stop is going to be like right around here, but my target is going to be like right around here. Let's see if we actually get a reversal trade here on this. So second example of where we have turn, confirm, go. In this case, the confirm candle was just so big that it pretty much ate all the profit possibilities. In this case, the confirm candle is more or less modest. We have a stop over here. Let me see if we can target it over here on the reversal move. Setup works on any price instrument because they're basically describing price action, which is universal. And they work also on much longer time frames, which I don't do because it's not my personality. But they're fractal. They really do work well. Especially, again, every setup is contingent on the market environment you're in, and also how you practice it, right? If you try to, I find that the more I stick to my signal confirm structure and not rush trades, the better I do, right? The biggest issue here is always not the setup, but the trader, right? You're just impatient. You don't let the thing work itself out. All those things that I'm constantly battling with. I'm sure you guys are all day long. All right, so reversed a little bit. Let's see if it can, if they can push it a little higher. But it's a long way of basically saying that if we do inventory turnover with account rotation, it's like we're building little Zaras all across the world over and over again. We're replicating that model over and over again. Hopefully, we are 1/1000th as successful as they are in achieving good results with low leverage. That's the whole point. He managed to become a $60 billion company with very low leverage by not needing a lot of money to generate money. All right, so we're in this trade, guys. Just to let you guys know, let me show you where we're at. It's just torturing us up and down, but that's the Jazz trade. The Jazz trade is usually sometimes a 5 to 10 minute trade versus a 1 to 2 minute trade on the scalp side. And today in London, generally today, it looks like ATR is 9. I mean, 9.6 is not horrible. It's a regular structure in London, but it's very choppy. You see, it's like one candle, like candle up, candle down, right? We're trading right around the 8 SMA. Buyers, sellers just fighting over 5 points. Not a lot of direction here. Yeah. It looks like it might be a second failure on my part here. Market just does not have any upside push. We'll see. Does this have drawing tools? It does have drawing tools. Let me see if I can. Oh, look, I can have fun with my drawing tools. So we win when price does this, right? And price is actually doing this right now. It's trying to do this. We win when victory happens, right? Boom, and now we win. Look at that. Nice. We win. You see that, guys? That's what we want. We need that V-shaped move. Now, how do I get rid of this? Shit, how do I get rid of this now? Fuck. Ugh. This. Where's the? Oh, maybe it's in settings. How do I get rid of this? Oh, motherfucker! How do I get rid of this? Oh no. Maybe I go delete drawing tools. How do I delete all this? Come on, guys. I need somebody from who does well charts. How the fuck do I delete my little drawing here? Undo. Undo. No. Where's my drawing? So annoying not to know the little tool sets. All right, we're gonna have to redo my charts. I'm just gonna have to refresh the charts. Sorry, guys. All right. Anyways. Look on left air. Peter, what was this? Oh, I still have this stuff. Well, how do I get rid of the drawing tools? Go to remove and select all drawings. Where do I go? Yeah, thank you for telling me go to remove. How the fuck do I go to remove? Do I go to drawing tools? Oh. What about over here? No. Remove. Remove all drawings. Jesus fucking Christ. Okay. That's idiotic. Like, there should just be a delete right then and fucking there. Why make me do this? Ugh. Ugh, ugh, ugh. Okay. Okay. Anyways, so we had more. We had bigger juice than I took. Like, where's my? Oh, sorry. Where's my trade? Which one was I in? I forgot which one I was in. 62. No, it was 63. I forgot which account we were in. 58. No, I don't know which one account. It was a 63. Maybe that's it. Yeah. My whole point is, so this was when you're trading jazz, and this is something that I really going to try and work a little bit more on. When you're trading jazz, when the turn does come, the turn is equal to your risk. I think that's the whole point, is that with jazz, like whatever risk you have, your turn should be equal to your risk, because that's really what. Thanks, Doug. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for pointing that out to me. All right, now that I know, I will know. But I hate stuff that's just not into that makes me have to work for it. Anyways, what was I going to say? With the jazz trade, which is basically a swing turn trade, what Jazz was saying, he was 62% accurate at like a 2R. Let's completely degrade his numbers and just keep it at 1R. At 62% 1R, you're still way positive. So like in this case, what I did is I risked maybe about 0.7R, but I really had the chance to make the full R. If my risk, so I was in here 46, our stop was around say 20. The target should have been 66, which is like right here, somewhere around here. Yeah, I guess so. No, sorry, it was 45. My stop was around 15. If my stop was around 15, the target would have been 60. I should have been here. You try to go for like the 1R trade, and if you can get 60%, you're really, really good. It's very different from the scalping structure that we do, where it's like 75, 80%, but very, very small structures. This is much bigger structures, but much less accurate, which is the way it's supposed to be. The market is never going to give you, perfect setups at perfect structures. But I really like it just because per trade, just think about this. This in one trade makes four times the size of a scalp trade. It's just a very efficient trade per trade structure. Anyways, we've turned ourselves around. But my point is, the other point I want to kind of make with you is how many times what we just did happen in London, like literally not once a month, not once a week, not once a day, but like 5 times a day. What I mean by that is the wave, right? It's almost never, prices never, ever travel in single straight line, except maybe 1 out of 100 days. 99 days, you're just surfing the waves. And the jazz structure helps you catch those turns. The money is in the turns. Because again, okay, I'm going to go back to my drawing tools now that I know how to remove it. Because think about price action and how you make money. Oh shit, why is this not working? Okay, freehand. This is what everybody thinks how they make money in the market. You enter here, you exit here, it's 100 points, right? That's how everybody thinks money is made in the market. That almost never happens. Almost never, ever happens. The way the markets actually work is like this. The markets work like this. And then maybe this way, and then this way, and this way. And then occasionally it will go higher, right? And so the money is never, and you think I'm buying here, I'm going to sell here. First of all, you're never going to do that because you're going to be freaking out about how much money you're losing all the way. Secondly, even if you did this move, right, it is 1/3 the potential of profit of all of these moves straightened out. This whole thing straightened out is like this length, right? Basic, whatever the fuck it is, geometry or whatever it is. This thing straightened out is this length. Every segment is a profit. Every segment is a profit. I forgot what the math. This whatever how many segments there are times the amplitude gives you the number. It becomes 5x, 10x of the actual. Like if the move here is 0, but the move here is 100x of that 0, right? That's you guys like my little squiggles. That's the bottom line of how price action moves, and that's why the jazz trade works so well, because it's essentially capitalized on trying to take advantage of the real price action, not the imagined price action that everybody thinks is occurring. Everybody understand what I'm saying? Give me a +1 if you understand what I'm saying. And my wonderfully beautiful illustrator of how prices move. All right. Okay, 710. We caught a few moves. Oh, so I want to rotate now. So we did 63. Now we're going to go back to 66. Oh, Jesus, where am I? 66. Just keep rotating, keep rotating. And the idea is to, in the perfect world, you move every single account forward, but in a real world, maybe you move 1 out of 2 accounts forward, and in a really good world, you move 3 out of 4 accounts forward. That's the game plan for the evals every single day. That's what we're going to try and do here today as a game plan. Right, another jazz setup, right? And again, let's trade the structure. Lightning bolt down, green triangle up. The trade is not the green triangle, or the trade is the confirm. The next candle after that, if it closes higher than the green triangle, we're going to trade that. So this closed. Where's the, sorry guys, one other thing. Where is the pointer? Because now I can't tell what this candle's closed. This candle, oh, here it is. It's got, okay, 49. So this closed 49. This one is obviously trading higher. Well, almost higher. Let's see if it's going to work. I want this to confirm in order for me to make a buy. Nope. Comes back down. 3, 2, 1. Does not confirm. All right, I'm gonna gamble on the fact that this is sort of confirming. Again, I'm breaking my rules here. I should have waited for the candle. I'm just being impatient. Probably going to pay for it by not having the price be around 49 on the close. But let's see. Let's see if the buyers really have any juice here. And the target is going to be here. Oh man, what's going on here? Why can't I move these things? Where's my guys? Where's the pointer? Jesus Christ. I'm going to flatten out. I totally screwed up this trade. Now, and it totally goes to target right now. I'm sorry, guys. I'm having a really hard time. Why can't I get the pointer? Peter, what am I doing wrong? What did I just do? Oh, God. Okay, reload. I'm sorry, guys. I'm really having a hard time with this thing today. So that totally worked. I didn't quite get the trade out. Let me make sure that I have the pointer. Yeah, okay. So now I'm back to pointers, back to control. Okay, that's fine. I'm gonna try and get long again here, just for shits and giggles. See if I can get this trade. Oh no, I want to be flattened. I want to be in the wrong trade. Why can't I get out? Okay, flatten. Jesus. I don't want to be in this account. I want to be in this account. Sorry. All right, let's get underneath here. We got done. Okay, good. Okay, sorry, I'm just checking my back office for a second. Yeah, sorry. So this was just me completely fucking up stuff because I got into the drawing mode, and of course that screwed up my whole control of the chart. But it does show you on the account essentially the idea that I was trying to do, which is lightning bolt down, triangle up, waiting for the confirm trade. I rushed a little bit, but we got the confirm trade, and then now you're trying to do the extension. And in a perfect world, you're hoping that this thing goes all the way up and takes out the high of the lightning bolt. It basically reverses lightning bolt. That's sort of my general structure of when I want to trade this. The perfect jazz trade is lightning bolt, triangle, confirm, reversal. This is the right lightning bolt over here. This is where it gets reversed. That's where you target. You target the higher lightning bolt as a move. And in this case, it also does the same thing here. Lightning bolt, the triangle. Let's say this was a confirm. I'm going to stretch my rules, and that it was an equal value means confirm, right? So you're in here, and again, you're trying to touch the high of this move, which is right over here. That's the reversal move. That's the geometry of that trade, and it works really, really well once you sort of get the rhythm of it. I'm just, I got a little bit off center by going into a whole selection structure. But let me know, like, give me a +1, give me a +2. Let me know if you guys understand what I'm saying, and if it makes sense to you as the basic, geometric structure of the trade. All right, around 7:30, I'm going to take a look at. You're going to take a look at my trading this week in my funded accounts, just to kind of give you an idea of where the high frequency, high accuracy trades were. If you want, we can actually do those. Like, what we'll do is we'll go half screen trading view, half screen wealth charts, and just do a little bit of scalping in the second half of the session. Not this particular AT box. What I've tested that I'm very, very confident in is my triangle scalp setup. That is tested like across time frames, structures, regimes, and has been very, very solid as a structure. Basically, sort of half risk, 75% accuracy, that type of thing. This one is a lot more discretionary, and really almost impossible to contextually test, because the rules are not, they're not simple and fixed as they are in the scalp setup. Like in all type of I think this is why all swing trading is model-like, but not algorithmic. Like scalping can be to some extent algorithmic, but swing trading, every swing trade is similar but not the same. That's why you can't backtest it, right? But scalp trades are pretty fucking same. Like I'm just trying to see if we have another possible setup. But basically, so you think about this, since 6 o'clock, we've just basically been in churn, right? And I've managed to actually make money by doing my little wiggle, How come I still have these remove all drawings? Yes. Okay. Okay, cool. All right, another lightning bolt down. See if we can get a reversal trade here. I mean, the other variant of the thing that's not bad, but definitely Jess is right that you want to use the triangle is a really good support for your trade. The variant that I like to use is if it doesn't break the box, then that I can try to fade that. But it's actually breaking the box here. We're starting to see more downward price action, which means that London may want to take this all the way down to the VWAP, which is not. And by the way, let's take a look at this. I was going to see, do we have any scalp trades? No, not yet. But you see how generally accurate the scalp trades are. You're trading for 5. You're in here +5. You're in here +5. You're in here stopped. You're in here +5. You're in here +5. So 4 out of 5, you're there. Here comes a scalp trade, right? It's just super focused money. That's what it is. It's super focused money. But the jazz trade is just like jazz. It's more improvisational, but it's also much more open to larger profits, which is I think what people are looking for. So like actually let's play this game. We're gonna look at TradingView signals, and then we're gonna move over to so basically actually just to give you an idea, this scalp trade is jazz trade confirmed, right? If I have the, we have like, what do we have time? Like 33 seconds. Bottom line is, if this is a construct, I would go long the whole jazz trade, just like as I would go for 5 points on the scalp, I would go for long for the whole, for the whole jazz trade. Let's see if it plays out. Let's watch. We'll watch the signal here, and then we'll come back to the jazz trade and try and do that. Basically, still very much chop on the bottom here, but all right. So it does confirm. Let's go long. And we're going to be underneath here. Let's see if we can get a little bit longer over here against this. I'm going to show this to you on TradingView just because I really don't want to screw up my charts again. But when we're trading, the reason why this particular price action today is very challenging is because, yes, we're trading these amplitudes, and we win when we have the V shapes up and down like this, right? But the problem is that for us to win, what we really need is movement and amplitude, right? Like this. When we have something that is so narrow like this, it doesn't offer us we need that upward slice of the prop potential. So like a very, very small amplitude is almost the same thing as a flat line. And a flat line is what kills our setup, right? Flat line is what kills all of our setups. So this is why today is so challenging, because we're just getting a lot of flat lines. Just failure to launch. Lots of failure to launches on these things. And unfortunately, this one gets tagged out. So we'll reset. But that's Friday trade. And you just have to be very patient to wait this out. And the next hour or two, once we start getting a little bit more directionality, once we start moving up, you'll get those bigger V-shaped moves. And when you get those bigger V-shaped moves, that's when things are really gonna happen. So again, even on the scalp trades, this now it went from a 4 out of 5 to went from a 4 out of 5 to I believe like 3 out of 5, which is not great. We want it to be 4 out of 5 or better. If you go backwards from, let's go back to like 6 o'clock hour. This is a winner. This is a winner. This is a winner. So 3 for 3, 4 for 4 to the downside. This one, I'm not sure. It's 48. No, that works. That's 5 for 5. This is 5 for 6, clear loser. 6 for 7. And now second failure, 6 for 8. So this is, the scalps were 6 for 8, which is 75%. That's still a winning combination, still good, but not great. Which, by the way, now it brings me up. Let's talk about how did my funded accounts do this week. I wasn't very active, but I want to show this to you. And this is a good way for everybody who's in the room right now to be able to use your free tools. Let me show you how to do this. So this is the URL, PropTrader Edge free tools. Let me put that link inside here. Everybody sees this link. Prop Trader Edge free tools. Here's the link. All you need to go is go down to the trade analyzer. Come down here, right, and choose which accounts you want analyzed. We're going to choose my Tradeovate. I had already downloaded my Tradeovates, and remember, this is just Monday to Thursday, so I hadn't really traded today yet, so I don't have today's data yet. But here it is. Sorry. So 1, there's 6 accounts. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, these are my 6 funded and Tradeovates, right? All you do is just literally drag them and just hit analyze all files, and boom, instantaneously you get the results. So as I said, I wasn't very active this week. 130 trades. That's not that much. Usually I probably do double that. I'm always going to be very high commission, but if I'm 35 or under, that's actually not horrible. It says high commission drag, but for me, that's okay. That's not horrible. Distribution is pretty even though you can see that, the beginning of the week was weak. But yesterday, where I kind of zoned in a little bit, when I was doing basically, if you look at this, at the shorthand of this, if I'm doing 40 trades, I'm plus 200 for the day, 250 for the day. That's really pretty good. Only 1 hour. Actually, it's interesting. The 12 hour was kind of weak here, but there's not a lot of distribution, not a lot to take away from it. Win streaks were good. Losing streaks were not horrible. I'm always going to be this. 72% of my trades are within under 1 hour. Right, 1 hour. It's pretty much where I'm going to be. Revenge trades were actually working. Revenge trades are defined as you increasing size after a losing trade, and those actually work, which means that my structure was intelligent. I was only trading, revenge trading properly in a sense that I was reversing my positions when I had a reason to reverse my positions. But here's what I really want to show you. The only thing that really, really matters in terms of analyzing your stuff is where are you relative to where you needed to be. I need to be at 75. I'm there, and I want to be at 1.5 profit factor. If you're these are the only 2 things that really matter. If you're at this type of structure with a 1-to-2 risk reward ratio like this, you're basically always on target to win money. And in the scalp trade, you see an average 98 winning trades. Average trade is 50 seconds. It's one minute. An average loser is almost 2 minutes. So that's just. It just tells you the longer you're in a trade, the higher the probability it's not going to go your way. The good trades always go your way. Distribution of longs versus short was very, very consistent, which means that, again, this is a very consistent setup. And that's where it goes. That's where things go. So the other thing I was going to say is when you're doing scalping and the scalp fails, the advanced type of structure, what I like to do is what I call reversal over reversal. If I get long and this scalp stops me out, or in other words, the green triangle gets taken out over here. The low of the green triangle gets taken out. It's actually a super good trade the other way. If this fails to break out, it usually means it's breaking down. Just like where was the other failure? Oh, this one. I guess this fails to break down, and in this case, it's very problematic. It does break out, but it is such a small range here that it really almost doesn't matter. No, this one works because this one you shorted 47. That works. Which one failed? This one failed. This is the one failed. Yeah, this one. This short over here gets completely if in 2 candles you've taken out the high of your confirm candle, it usually means it's going the other way. And if you reversed yourself over here with a stop over here, you had full confidence that it was going to go the other way. So if you want to kind of use those advanced techniques, you absolutely can on the structure. Anyways, we don't have anything yet setting up, but we're getting close towards the VWAP. So we will we'll do that. So, anyways, always on Fridays, I want to kind of review where we stand on the fundits, so that we have a good idea of what's working, what's not. But that's, structurally, I was very much there. I just obviously had zero time to really trade this week. How are you guys doing? Like, how has your week been? Do you guys use a trade analyzer? Anybody in the room using trade analyzer? It's totally free. Like I said, I created those tools for you guys to be able to use. I think they're very helpful, and it's very easy to do. Just drop your accounts in, and it will analyze everything for you at a click button. There we go. Touching the VWAP. We're definitely testing the downside now. You did longer. You trade long time CFDs. Yeah, that's good. That's good. It should be fun. Let's see if we can build a reversal signal at the VWAP. Getting the green candle. So, by the way, on well charts, we can also trade the scalp. Like, we don't have a jazz trade setting up, but if the scalp trade is basically this, it's a triangle confirmed. So if we get the confirm, we'll just watch on TradingView. If we get the confirm, we'll go out and trade the other way. Big pop. Wow. Big pop. Jesus. See, like the markets basically, this is a kind of a lot of people, who's it? English was not in the room yet. English loves to trade the VWAP. Like, the great thing about the indicator here is there's so many little side trades that you could do off of it. A lot of people love to, like, if it comes near VWAP, it hasn't broken it, they'll take the trade here. And look at this. This was a pop before. This was just basically a pop off VWAP for 20 points. Just a pure stop running trade. They just squeeze the stops. So now it's telling us that this is a down scalp, not an up scalp, and we can try and do this on the on here. That's actually, this is lightning bolt up, lightning bolt down, which is, I love this trade. I'm going to sell this, and hopefully it'll come into my target right now. Yep, there we go. See, that was a nice. That was like, that's the easiest money trade there is. Lightning bolt up, lightning bolt down, or lightning bolt down, lightning bolt up. Meaning, big breakout followed by complete reversal of the breakout the other way. There's likely to be some continuity to the bottom here. Very likely, right? No, it doesn't. It doesn't translate into dots language. I mean, when I put together the my landing page that explains all this stuff, you'll understand what each one of these components is composed of. The setup, yeah, the setup is a pure price structure setup. So it works best on indices, in my opinion. It works really well on NASDAQ. It works well on volatile, best on kind of, volatile but liquid assets. Like it works okay on gold, but gold is so spiky that you'll get a lot of false, phantom stop outs on gold that you won't get on NASDAQ. I think it probably works really well on the Dow. I haven't, a lot of people who trade CFDs trade US 30. And I bet you get lots of interesting moves there. To be honest with you, we've been too busy just working on scalping to extend this to test it on a million different things. That's what you guys have it for. And the bottom line is it works as well as you make it work, right? I can give you the perfect recipe and you'll still screw it up, or I can give you a general model and you'll succeed tremendously. It really depends on your personality, your structure, your risk tolerance, your ability to follow setups, all those things. Oh shit! Oh, hang on, guys, hang on. You know what? I gotta give me like 2 minutes. I have some people coming in here. I'll be right back. Oh shit! See you there. Fuck right here. I'm back, guys. Sorry, that was the guys are supposed to come in an hour, and they came a little bit early. I have guys coming in to do like a whole bunch of air conditioning work on the house. Sorry about that. So, anyways, what do we trade? We traded up and down. That trade worked, right? And now we're trading the reversal, trading the lightning bolt triangle reversal to see if it kind of confirms the trade. Now I'm trying to see if it did confirm. Looks like we had a confirm and a big reversal chop here, right? This thing closed where? 26. This one closed 28, popped up, and then just reversed really, really hard. So now we're testing the VWAP, and now is where we might get a secondary reversal that could be really interesting. Let's see if this plays out. And what was it on the scalp trades? Oh, the scalp trade actually gave us, the scalp trades gave a good short here, and I guess a pretty decent short here, because you would have survived the, let me see, what was the close? 24, 32. Wow, it could have been a spike out. It's hard to say. It could have spiked you out and then reversed. But now, now we seem to be holding the VWAP. Let's see if it's going to give us any more signals. Friday, by the way, I always forget that Friday generally actually tends to be a much more challenging, like the best scalping environments is always Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. There are guys who never trade Friday at all. I'm fine trading Friday because even when it's kind of challenging right now, in an hour, it'll be fine. And for us, challenging is just small losses until we even out. But if you're trading kind of big positional moves, you're going to see lots of frustration because it doesn't go up, doesn't go down. I just need little moves, but I do need little moves, and we're not even getting that right now as far as the structure goes. I'm neither, Monica. We don't care whether the equities are bullish or bearish. We are trading the next 2 to 3 minutes. Right now, I'm neither, but I'm looking I'm going to be bullish in the next 2 to 3 minutes if this thing reverses. We're scalping because we find ourselves to be both from my personality point of view, but also accuracy point of view. It's much easier to predict the next 2 to 3 minutes than the next 2 to 3 hours. So we broke the box, broke the VWAP. That's now the next level of attack will be the 600, or see if we can hold the six. See the whole thing. Hang on just 1 second. Berna, get trash. Pick up Bowie, please. All right, let's see how this is working out. So the next area of attack is the 600, which usually they want to run. And if they, if I get a green triangle off of that, I definitely want to trade that reversal. So we'll see if that takes shape. I was going to trade with you guys till 8, but I think now that all these guys are here and they don't need me, I can actually hang with you guys till probably 9 o'clock, which would be great because I think the next hour trade really price action is kind of expanding. So hopefully we're going to get some much better trade opportunities in the next hour for us to trade on the Jazz trade. All right, we're hitting the 600 level, breaking that down, and we'll just patiently wait for this. In this case, I may not wait for the confirm. I may jump the gun, and if I get a green triangle, I may just take it because we're pretty deeply oversold off these levels. So a bump off these levels could, we don't need as much confirmation, but we'll see. There's the green triangle. I'm gonna take this trade when it closes. Days, stop. Okay, into. Let's see if we can get this done, and we're done. Boom! Super, super nice, clean trades. Good job on that. I could have actually gotten a lot more. I probably gotten a lot more out of this thing, but I just wanted to take kind of this move here, and that was just a classic. Hey, let's take out the 600, but bounce back, take those trades, and get the signal. 27 seconds left. If this candle holds as a confirm, meaning that if we go over here, if this actually shows up as a green triangle, I want to be long this trade because I think there's going to be more continuity here. 6-7 seconds left. We're going to take the cue from TradingView and then trade wall charts. There we go. See, that's like classic. Let me show this to you. So in this case, I get aggressive early to take the green triangle, and we have the green triangle confirm classic. Boom. That's the perfect jazz trade in action. Anybody take that trade with me? Anybody do that? Yes, no? Give me a +1 if you did. You scalped it out with me. Good job. Good job. Gloria, good morning. Yes, I trade. We always trade. We're entering market. So Musashi, I kind of cheat. Okay, I cheated. So I like to come in, join. I like to come in, join bid, join ask. Right. So I have a bid. I have like a order underneath there. Right. But if I don't get it and the candle closes, I'll go market and something. So and then I'll decide. If I'm confident the trade. I'll let it, and it comes back down and hits my bid. Great. And if I just want to be in one position, I'll knock out the joint market. But ideally, I always want to come in at bid or at ask. But you don't get that, so you have to do it. Yeah, China says he's still in it. Good for you. You really, that's it's probably. So I was going to say the classic jazz trade target would be like the high of here. This would be like the high of this of the prior lightning bolt. But the way the price action is working right now, you take what you can get. This might still work out because you have like it's unlikely it's going to come back below the 600. It's just buffering over here. But I'm taking what I can get. What are you getting filled, Musahi? If you're using well charts, the fills are pretty good. Lucid is fine. They're a partner. We like them a lot. Lucid has got really good. The thing with Lucid, and this is this is always the choice, right? The choice in prop, in my opinion, is the following. Easy to pass eval, hard to pass payout, or hard to pass eval, or sort of difficult to pass eval and difficult to pass, easier to pass payout, right? Lucid goes into sort of, they make it harder to pass the eval, but not relatively easy, but easier to do the payout. It's a question of, where do you want to absorb the pain? There's always going to be a pain point. With them, the pain point is on the eval side more than it is on the unfunded. With Apex, it's very clearly skewed that it's much more on the funded than it is on the eval. Which is why, by the way, the legacies are so good for Apex right now. The legacies have equal pain points on both, so there is much more value to getting the legacy because the payout the rules on payout are just much better, just much better. But it's always a balancing act. You're always going to be paying one versus the other. You Lucid 50K for eval logging to NinjaTrader on TradingView. When you set my hotkey on trade, so I don't ever trade through TradingView. So that's my one big negative. If you see me trading, when you see me trading TradingView, I'm actually trading Tradeovate. I would never ever place a trade through TradingView. There is a 10 microsecond, 30 microsecond, whatever, it's a half a second delay. You only trade through TradingView if you're trading CFDs on a 1 hour basis where you couldn't care less. Never ever. TradingView is a great platform for pretty charts. But that's why, the great thing about wealth charts is I can trade off the charts. Whereas with TradingView, I have to have two charts. What you don't see is you see my TradingView chart, you don't see my other chart, which is holding my Tradeovate account, which is what I'm trading from. So it's a rookie mistake to use TradingView. Really a rookie mistake. Don't always place your trades on NinjaTrader directly or on Tradeovate. No problem. Glad to have. Another green triangle. Should we play the double bottom? Of course we'll play the double bottom. Of course. Let's rotate account. Let's not forget our number one rule of life. Let's rotate accounts. Okay. Let's do that. 20 seconds left. Let's see what we want to do here. Guys, don't forget, pinned link in chat is 9:30. We're gonna trade with my friends for prop firm match, right? With Zach. I'm gonna wait here for a confirm, guys. If it's a double bottom, there's plenty of room to the upside. If this fucker is gonna fail, I don't need to commit my trade to this thing. So let's wait until we get a confirm. And of course, over here we'll be able to see if it's a confirm because it'll be a cyan, a green triangle. We'll just take the signal off trading charts right now. Oh, you're killing me. You're killing me. Look at that. Now it becomes a chaser. No, unfortunately, no trade. No trade. We should have, it's talk about being a Monday morning quarterback on a Friday morning. Fuck me. Look at that, 8 o'clock. Look at that pop. Yes, it was such a clean, clear double bottom. Something is, by the way, it feels like it's news. Did we make peace with Iran already for the 10th time in a row? What's going on over here? This looks like fucking news. What's going on? What's the bump? Ba-da-da-da-da-da. Was it just a bump? Anyways, we'll let that go. That trade was there, but that was a 60-point move, and I'm not about to chase a 60-point move. Fuck me. Such a clean little double bottom, but we didn't get it. All right, that's fine. Depends. Well charts is web. Well, no, the answer is if you're using Traderate or Bell charts, web-based is perfectly fine because they're optimized. But if you use, NinjaTrader is definitely very fast. I just, I don't like using I like using web-based platforms. So I guess it was not news. It was just to pump off the double bottom. But look how strong that double bottom was. Yeah. All right. So as I said, in this case, I should have been a lot more aggressive. It was a double bottom. We had the green triangle. Trade gave us a trade, and then sometimes if you wait for the confirm, you're too late. That's the trade-off. There's always a trade-off in every trade you make. There's always a trade-off in every prop you follow. There's always a trade-off in everything you do in life. Like nothing in life is purely free. There's always a side cost to it, and you just have to accept that fact. I think that's like the number one. Thomas Sowell, who is one of the greatest American philosophers, there's always trade-offs in life. That's the difference between communists and everybody else. Communists think that everything in life is free without realizing that everything in life is actually a trade-off. That's why it's such a toxic philosophy. Because the assumption is that all resources are free and all resources are eternal, and there's no cost to managing resources. Anyways, rant on the fact that I missed double bottom. And I'm also missing the jazz trade down. Sorry, guys. I'm just kind of zoned out here on these two trades. Oh, it's a really good question. First of all, it'll be interesting to see if the prop firms open up the product set to individual futures. But I think like certain individual futures, like I think Tesla, I think like the Mag 7 futures will be a huge product. If I were to guess, I think the Mag 7 will be a huge product. Because literally the market is like 7 stocks, right? And trading those individual stocks with their internal stories would create some really, really great moves. Yeah, algo driven. Yeah, it's just algo driven. Yeah, well, that's why that's the whole point. You can be on the right side, you can be on the wrong side. Oh, by the way, yeah, China, you were still in that trade, and you got taken out big time, right? China practicing the Yogi Berra school of trading. I'd rather be lucky than good, right? That's the China model today. So he was holding because he was a pig, and I was like, it's probably going to go down. He was still holding the trade, but were you still holding that trade with the stop underneath here, and then it just took you out? Very nice, very nice. You got a Friday reward. All right, we'll see what else pops up now as far as trades go. Wonder if we come back right back to the VWAP. So by the way, on the scalp side, just to kind of show you, obviously this was scalp up. This actually would have worked if if you were willing to just ignore the volatility. And this is scalp down, and both of them would have worked. So the scalp trades are just money. Today, I'm really kind of I'm going to do this on Friday. Friday is going to be like free flow Friday, where we're going to do a lot more, jazzy ass trades that are more discretionary and wider stops, wider targets. But, if I stuck to like what I was doing the whole week long, even in this kind of a tough environment, we still would have been close to 78, 79% winners here today on just very, very tight, very, very clean trades. But I figured everybody, today we wanted to, loosen our ties, trade a little wider, which we did, and it's fine. Good job. Good job. So that was Lefty Gomez. That wasn't Yogi Berra. Ben, is that like a folklore? Who said better lucky than good? Lightning bolt down, back down to the VWAP. As said, let's see if if they test the VWAP or whether we're going to pop it up. Striker. Damn it. Let me. I need the link. The indicators now are subscription only, so I gotta go. Oh, God damn it! Where is it? I wish I was a little bit more prepared when people ask me, "Oh, where can I get your stuff?" Hold on a second. Just bear with me. I gotta go find it. Okay, here it is. Oh wait, BK dots. There we go. There it is. Do you guys see that? Is that showing up? Okay, cool. Here's the link. Yeah, the indicator, is TradingView only now. So you're going to be able to get it only in TradingView. But that's the link if you want to get it. By the way, I still have like another day. If you guys really, really want the lifetime, email me and I'll give you the link for a lifetime, because we're not going to close it down till this weekend, but that is absolutely the last time you're going to be able to get the lifetime. So I'm really glad everybody upgraded. Everybody got it. Striker, just to let you know, by the way, if you want, if this is always a subscription only indicator version now, but if you want it, just email me, contact@bktraders.com. And if you want the lifetime version, I'll save you a link this weekend. Okay, it's definitely going to be a much better deal. So bounced off the view. I'm just waiting for setups. We don't have any setups yet. Yeah, a little frustrating. That was big volatility, and now we died. This is the 8 o'clock quiet. All right, maybe we're going to get a little upside action here. Let's see. Looks like the algo was right. The algo drove it up, and they held the lows of the algo. You know, it's interesting. I was just thinking about this. You know how like we're always applying supply and demand levels at certain prices because we you know, we're assuming that buyers and sellers are there. But I think it's no less legitimate to say, oh, you know, this was an algo move. If the algo low holds, that means there's more upside to go. You know, that there's more. You know, there might be a better trade to the upside. Nice job, Tim. That's the right place to exit on the neon green trades. There are two types of trades that we do on this indicator. There's a million different trade strategies, which I'm going to publish the full disclosure document on Monday. So come back on Monday. I'll give you the full link. But the basic, really, really clean trades that we do all day long. The number one trade that we do, which is just the money trade, and I showed my statistics and everything else that we do with it. This is just printing, this is how to print money on a scalping basis, is a very, very simple idea. We're looking for these little green triangles are reversal triangles. Little red triangles are reversal triangles. And there's only two questions to ask. Is the reversal triangle confirmed or denied? Confirmed means that you get the second triangle going higher. The closing price is higher. That means that there's possibility for upside extension, right? So we get long. If we get a cyan green triangle, that's a scalp long. In this case, you don't see this because there's another indicator that's blocking it, but there's a green triangle underneath here because otherwise you wouldn't have had the cyan triangle. So a cyan triangle means that it's a confirmed long, we go long. A purple triangle means it's a confirmed short, we go short. And it's basically all based upon momentum. We're trading reversal plus momentum, reversal plus momentum, reversal plus momentum. Reversal, confirm momentum, go. That's it. That's all we do all day long. And that is a 75% trade at a 1 to 2 risk reward ratio. And that's the money trade. And then the second trade we do, which is what I've been doing, Friday, because we kind of want to, I wanted to change it up. And also because I wanted to try to go for bigger targets, is a more improvisational trade, which we call the jazz trade, where this little lightning bolt signal says that this particular candle is bigger than the ATR. It's an explosion candle. Every time you get a lightning bolt candle, it's an explosion candle relative to the ATR. So when you see the price action very, very slow, the explosion candle can be very, very small. When you see it big, it can be big, right? It's an ATR. It's a relative measure, not an absolute measure. And so if we get an explosion candle and then a reversal signal on that, we're going to go short. Explosion candle and a reversal signal to the upside, we're going to go long. And that's the trade that we do as jazz trade. And that one is much more calibrated based upon the swing lows and the swing highs in the market. And, it's not a clean, 1 to 2, let's just scalp it out and make the trade type of structure. So that's, those are the two main things that we do all day, every day. And on the scalp side, it generates a new signal every 5 to 8 minutes. On the jazz side, it's about one every 15 minutes. So we had a big move here that I missed because this candle was just huge, and then we got distracted, and there was a second move over here, which was a legit move. I could have taken that. I just didn't take it. So, so like right now, just to give you an idea, we can do a scalp trade just to show you. You see, this is a red triangle. Oh shit! Oh, fuck. Never mind. I'm late. So we missed this trade because this is a red triangle that was denied. and that would have been a nice, clean, trade to the upside. So I'm missing a lot of my setups because I'm yapping, and that's always that's another thing, guys. When I'm live trading with you guys, 90% of setups I miss because I'm explaining them. Like, you can either trade or you can explain, but you can't do both because these are, you got to be fast. And my vibe is like, listen, we took like 15 trades today. It's not like you didn't get a chance to see how those things work in price action. You saw some really, really good ones also actually over the last, few hours. And I can't, my job here is to kind of explain the stuff to you, not to trade hardcore. If I wanted to trade hardcore, I would just shut the fuck up, play music, ignore every one of you, and take 1,000 trades. And that would be fine for me, but it would be completely useless for you. So, I'm just kind of saying, I'm going to miss a lot of trades. I'm just going to miss a lot of trades because you guys are asking me questions. And I think I'm just making peace with that. Because I'm always trying to say, I'm so annoyed I missed this trade. But then I realized, no, fuck it. The primary function of live is for me to show you the setup, explain the setup, to teach you the setup. That makes sense? What do you mean? How do I get it? It's my indicator. I wrote it. You mean, are you asking me why does the cyan go after the red? Because the close is higher. The close is higher than the red's close. If the close is lower, it's a purple candle. Basically, it's a momentum idea. Can you hold the close higher? Can you hold the close? We have a rule in our room that says if it doesn't close, it doesn't count. It's the close of the candle that forecasts the future, and that's basically the underlying assumption of everything we do. Does that make sense to you? Listen, whatever the fuck this color is. Why do you get? Well, no, it doesn't come after the green. It's a rejection or a confirmation. So the red gets rejected. So now it's a long. Do you understand? Cyan is just telling you the direction. After a red, you can go long or short, depending on where this candle rejects or confirms the move. It's a rejection, so you go long. It's a confirmation, so you go short. You understand? I understand your confusion. The color here just tells you the direction. The logic is baked into the indicator. Okay, got it. Okay, yeah, that's why we're so accurate in our scalps, because we literally don't have a bias. We're the most bias-free trade setup there is. I literally don't have a view until the whole. It's like quantum physics. You don't have a position until you measure it, right? I've been dying to make that analogy forever. Now I finally did. That's right. Visual clues are, because we are human beings and our reaction time is in microseconds to visual clues versus contextual clues. That's the whole value of the indicator. Is all about helping us hunt the lion on the savannah. That's really all it's all about. We're no different. We're just hunting the lion visually, and all of the mental processing, all of the computation, all of the logic structure, which can run into thousands of lines of code sometimes. That's what's behind those visualizations, right? Hey. Oh, guys, I'm sorry. Shh. Shut up. Daisy. Sorry, guys. This is like, 4 dogs, workers in a house. It's like a nightmare. I'm sorry, guys. But it's Friday. It's Barky Bark Friday. All right, I'm just trying to see if we can get one more play here. So far, I don't see anything going on here. Lightning bolt up. Maybe I get let me see if I get a red triangle down. I think I get a red triangle down. This ATR is hiding. By the way, I am going to fix this on Wealth Charts hopefully by Monday because I'm going to be speaking to Sean today. Anyways, it doesn't matter. It's a lightning up, lightning down. We're going to take this short regardless. We're going to sell this. We got fuck, I'm late. Sorry. It's hard to see on Wealth Charts. And there we go. Another trade done. You see that? So again, I know it's very hard to see on Wealth Charts. It's much easier to see on this, but sorry, in this mode, let me take this mode off because I'm in scalp mode. Oh no! I didn't have a signal. I got lucky. That was a China trade. I got lucky. I didn't realize I didn't have a signal because that's right. There was no explosion. There was no neon candle here, so there's no signal. I got lucky. Whatever. I'll take luck over anything. So this was not a signal, but it worked very well, which is getting short over here on the move. And then you could, again, this is all price action. The price action was clearly that we had the breakout candle that did not break its highs for like literally 5 candles. That's a super, super strong signal that the shorts are going to take control. And when it did, when this broke the lows, I took the short. So it's an off the menu trade that worked very well. So we'll take it. That was good. No, Monica. No, Monica. I just showed these are my results. Like I showed it. We do a lot of trades. Nothing in life is simple or easy. I just showed you. This is my funded results for this week, right? So 130 trades. I didn't do a lot. Generally I try and do like a 1 or 2,000 a week, but very, very busy these days. Win rate was 75. Profit factor was 154. That's really what I try and do. This is what I'm trying to do is when I'm doing correctly, 3 out of 4 trades win at 1 to 2 risk reward ratio. If you can do that consistently, you are always on the positive side of the ledger, right? It's it's just a very workmanlike, make me money every 10-minute kind of a trade. That's what I try and do. So I showed these results a little earlier. We'll do exact same thing next Friday, but but for now it was pretty good week. It was fun to develop these things. I'm gonna go back to the drawing board for TradingView in terms of fixing the Jazz setup, and I'm gonna consult with the Wealth Charts guys to make sure that we can just move the ATRs off the screen so they're not blocking us that badly. You're 3 for 3 today. That's really, really good. Apex is perfectly fine. This is why we love our friends at Apex. Apex is our OG buddies. We love them. I trade most of my accounts on Apex. And Apex right now has this, as I was saying, ridiculous sale. Like go nail like 5 of these accounts right now. The legacy accounts have such a positive skew, both risk reward ratio because it's 1,500 to 1,500, huge leverage, and no consistency rules. So it's like all the shit that we hate now, they don't have. So get some legacy. I'm gonna get this is gonna go away like in a couple of days. I'm gonna get like probably 5 more, and we're gonna trade those legacies to target next week as well. On the scalp trades, it's either 5 points or 10 points per scalp. And the size, again, we talked about this earlier in the session. Like right now, I'm trading 4 size. Just know that, for eval accounts, I'm trading 4 size, 4 micros. You want more? Come back again on Monday. I'll explain the nuances of how we trade size. it's basically a $40 win. Yeah, I'm trading for $40 wins per trade. You try and do like 4 an hour. That's kind of like, that's what I'm trying to there's basically about 4 but again, and all of these data points are totally useless. They're just general points, because you guys know, if you're trading the Jazzes, you're going to try, like, there's like 80-90 point trades on the Jazz side. If you're doing just pure scalping, like if you want to do the mechanical trades that I would do for my funding, it's like we try to do $20 or $40 trades. Actually, for funding, I do 20. For evals, we do 40. You do 6 to 8 trades in an hour with a 75% accuracy. That's basically the formula. That is not reality, but that's the formula. Okay, and then that's the model, and then you try to be as close to the model as possible. But the bottom line is, we're scalping high frequency trades. Try it, if I'm focused and I have time, I can do 40 trades in a day. So that's what we do. All right, guys, I got to run. I'll see everybody in an hour at Prop Firm Match. We're going to start the whole thing all over again. And I think there I'm going to start trading scalp. I'm going to trade scalp trades. I'm actually, you know what I'm going to do? Yeah, I think I'm going to buy some EVA. I'm going to buy some legacies. I'm going to buy some legacies on TradeEvade, and we'll trade those on Prop Firm Match on Scalp. Although fucking 9 o'clock hour is going to be massively volatile, so that's probably the reason we'll trade the legacies. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do. I'll see you over there in about an hour. Okay, thank you. The link is pinned to chat. It's pinned to chat. Okay, the link for Prop Firm Match is pinned to my chat right now. Go click that link, register for them, and go crazy. Okay. All right. Thanks, guys. Everybody have a wonderful, wonderful day. It was a really fun week. We had a great week. Do everything all over again. I love the 6 to 10 mechanism. Although every Friday from us going forward, we're going to do this like a 2.5 hour Friday, and then we're going to go to Prop Firm Match for the New York Open. Okay. Thank you, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.